In order to discover the quality of your being, that is love, two things can be done. The first thing, repeatedly listen to words like these so that they create a conviction in you about what is being said. So that they create a space in you to start the process of transformation. And the second thing, meditate so that the transformation can actually happen in you. In practical life, when we go deeper and deeper into relationships, you will understand that all that you feel is not real love, but just some form of give and take. It is all just some adjustment, some compromise, some duty-bound feelings, some fear maybe, some guilt. That's all. It's not real love. It is all there just in the name of love. Meditation will take you to depths inside yourself, and that will help you to rise above the misunderstandings of love. Meditation will work at the being level. That is why it is a shortcut. When you have to go through life and know by yourself, it will take you a lifetime. But with meditation, a space opens inside you to experience these things clearly for yourself, no matter what your age may be. Just understand one thing. When you're able to love without a reason, you will expand like anything. Your world will suddenly seem larger than life and so ecstatic. You will feel the source of your own energy within you, not outside. You will become an energy source to yourself first and only then to others. The energy in you has to touch others. There is no other way. Because you will be continuously overflowing with the energy. Others will be naturally drawn to you. You'll become total and loving. Yes, anyone wants to clarify anything? Any questions? Swamiji, what about love between a mother and a child? Is it not selfless love? Even motherly love comes with expectations, Ma. Many times, people have confronted me with arguments when I say this. Let me tell you, a mother loves her son, all right. But at the end of the day, there is a non-perceivable, unwritten expectation written on that love. If the son rubs her on the wrong side just once, the first words that would come out would be those telling her about the things that she had done for him since his childhood. A small dent in the relationship is enough to bring the whole thing out. Real love is the expression of the existential energy in you, and this love can never think of any such arguments. It only knows to flow without a reason. It doesn't know to maintain any track record. It doesn't know to keep records and connect with the past and then argue. It flows because it overflowed, that's all. It never questions because it does not know how to question. The moment you cite incidents from the past, it means that expectations were always there hidden behind your love. And when it is this way, it can never be real love. Please understand that. It is the same way when it comes to the mother and son relationship also. The son loves the mother, expecting her to look after him, expecting her to wake up at 5 and pack his lunch for him, expecting her to maintain his clothes for him. He adores his mother because he enjoys the care and concern, the luxury. A small story. A boy was learning fractions in his school. One day, the teacher asked him, if there was a cake and we divided it into 5 portions and we gave it to each of your family members, What fraction of the cake will you get? The boy replied, 2/5, ma'am. Then the teacher asked, how is that possible? Haven't you studied your fractions well? The boy replied, ma'am, my mother will give me her piece if I like the cake. You see, mothers want to sacrifice for their children, which is all right. But the attitude with which they sacrifice is what we are talking about. They should do it out of simply an overflowing in them, not out of any hidden expectations. These events will never get recorded in them if they do it out of an overflowing. And even if they get recorded, they will not surface with a vengeance when things like this happen. Only when they do it as a duty-bound love, they will record these incidents and they will also recall them. Common love always thrives on expectation. No one can deny this. Although everyone may vehemently try to deny it, it does thrive on expectations. The expectation in love is so well woven into it that it is hard to perceive it and very hard to believe when someone talks about it. Actually, as long as things go smoothly, it is difficult to believe this. But we hear of so many cases where sons and daughters are just written off from the family for simple reasons. Simply because they married outside the community, or simply because there was some fight in the family. Where did all the love disappear suddenly? Until such incidents happened, the son or daughter would have been loved very much in the family. The so-called love would have reigned supreme. Then what happened suddenly? Why did it suddenly disappear? How can it disappear if it was real love? This is not the kind of reaction that real love will generate. The real love can never confuse itself with anything else because nothing can make it stop from flowing. It is not bound by any cause-effect cycle. Even in subtle family issues, if you are deeply aware, you will understand how bound your love is. Just try to rearrange a few things in your life and watch how your own family will react to it. With your children, as long as you provide for them in the name of love, they also enjoy living out of your graciousness, all in the name of love. As long as you don't rub each other the wrong way, it is all right. If either of you behaves in an unexpected fashion, then the mood of love completely changes. The whole flavor changes. It doesn't take much time or effort for the flavor to change because it is not a natural flavor. It is an artificial flavor with an artificial coloring. Love which is always under threat is not real love at all. It is just an arranged love. And anything arranged can never be total. And when something is not total, it is always under threat. It is continuously under threat. Love needs to be a celebration, not a duty. And one more thing. We all confuse love with respect. Be very clear. When you love totally, nothing you do can appear disrespectful. You see, when you closely observe respect, you will find that when certain people do certain things, it appears absolutely normal. While the same thing, when some other person does it, it appears disrespectful. Why? The energy behind the person doing the act is what causes the act to seem respectful or disrespectful. When the energy behind you is total, you can get away with anything. When you're not sure of yourself, you will get caught with the problems of respect. I'm not asking you to be disrespectful. I'm only saying that when your being resonates with love, your body language will be such that your actions can never seem disrespectful.